Light of Hadith. Discover the beauty of Islamic wisdom.
Before the sands of time buried their secrets, there was a civilization that defied the very laws of nature. In the rugged heart of the Arabian Peninsula, a nation rose that did not just build upon the earth. They conquered the mountains themselves. They were the people of Thamud, the master carvers of the desert. They believed their stone palaces were eternal fortresses against death itself. But as their towers grew higher, their souls sank deeper into arrogance. What happens when a nation challenges its creator with impossible demands? Today we uncover the mystery of the mountain dwellers and the prophet who stood alone against a nation of giants. This is the story of Prophet Salih. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe us. The rise of the mountain giants. After the great storm that wiped out the people of Ad, the earth saw the rise of their successors, Thamud. They settled in the valley of Al-Hijr, a land of jagged peaks and hidden springs. Allah granted them unprecedented physical strength and an architectural genius that remains a marvel to this day. They didn't just build homes. They hollowed out massive mountains, turning cold stone into luxurious, intricately carved palaces. Life was a paradise. Their gardens were lush with date palms, and their wells overflowed with sweet water. But with great power came great pride. They began to believe that they were the masters of their own destiny. They turned away from the monotheism of their ancestors and carved idols out of the very stones they lived in. The city of rock had become a city of stone hearts. The prophet of wisdom, Salih, from among their most noble ranks. Allah raised a man named Salih. He was a man of impeccable character, so respected for his wisdom that the elders of Thamud had earmarked him for leadership. But when the light of prophecy touched his heart, Salih stood before the masses with a message that shook their foundations. "O my people," he pleaded, "worship Allah. You have no other deity but Him. He brought you forth from the earth and settled you upon it. So ask forgiveness of Him and turn to Him in repentance." The leaders of the city were stunned. They didn't argue with his logic. They attacked his character. "O Salih," they sneered, "you were our hope before this. Do you now forbid us from worshipping what our fathers worshipped?" Their hearts were as hard as the granite they carved. The impossible sign, the She-Camel of Allah. Years passed, and the divide grew. To finally silence Salih, the leaders of Thamud devised a plan to humiliate him. They gathered at a massive, solid rock and made an impossible demand. "If you are truly a messenger," they challenged, "bring forth from this very stone a she-camel. Not just any camel, she must be 10 months pregnant, gigantic in size, and beautiful to behold." Salih turned to his Lord. As he prayed, the ground began to tremble. The massive boulder groaned and cracked, and before the terrified eyes of the giants, a living, breathing she-camel emerged from the heart of the stone. This was no ordinary animal. She was the Nakatala, the she-camel of Allah. Salih issued a divine decree. "This is the she-camel of Allah. It is a sign for you. Let her drink from the well one day, and you shall have the water the next. Do not touch her with harm, or a painful punishment will seize you for a time." A strange peace fell over the valley. The camel produced enough milk to feed the entire city. A constant, living miracle walking through their streets. The pact of the 9 misfits. But miracles often breed resentment in the hearts of the arrogant. The sight of the she-camel reminded the elite of their own limitations. 9 men, the most wicked and influential in the city, formed a secret pact. They weren't just killing an animal. They were declaring war on the divine. In the dead of night, they ambushed the miracle. The most wretched among them, Qudr ibn Salih, struck the first blow, hamstring the noble creature before slaughtering her. They even went after her young calf, which fled back into the mountains and vanished. Not satisfied with their crime, they went to Salih and mocked him. "O Salih, bring us what you threaten us with, if you are indeed of the messengers." The 3 days of silence. Salih looked at the remains of the miracle and wept. "Enjoy yourselves in your homes for 3 days, he warned. "This is a promise that will not be denied." On the first day, the faces of the people of Thamud turned yellow with fear. On the second day, they turned red. On the third day, they turned black. Yet, even in the face of certain doom, they spent their final hours plotting to assassinate Salih and his family. But Allah is the best of planners. As the sun rose on the 4th day, the sky did not bring warmth. The cry of desolation. It started as a low rumble. Suddenly, a terrifying shout as Sayha descended from the heavens. It wasn't just a sound, it was a physical force of pure destruction. Simultaneously, the earth beneath them erupted in a violent earthquake. The sound was so intense that it ruptured their hearts within their chests. In a single moment, the mighty giants of Thamud fell dead, huddled in the very palaces they thought would protect them forever. The city of stone became a city of silence. Life lessons. The ruins of Al-Hijr remain today as a silent warning to all of humanity. From the story of Salih, we learn the fragility of materialism. No matter how deep you carve your legacy into stone, it cannot withstand the decree of the Creator. True strength is found in humility, not in architecture. The collective responsibility. The crime was committed by 9 men, but because the majority remained silent and enjoyed the milk of the miracle without defending it, the entire nation shared the consequence. Knowledge and pride. Thamud was intellectually advanced but spiritually bankrupt. Science and engineering without morality lead only to self-destruction. The echoes of the past still linger in the canyons of the desert, reminding us that no nation is too great to fall if it loses its soul. We hope this journey into the life of Prophet Salih has brought light to your heart and wisdom to your mind. Don't forget to subscribe to us for more deep dives into the lives of the messengers. May Allah bless you. We will see you in the next chapter of human history.